12,000 years ago, someone left a message. Not in ink, but in the stone. Someone carved prophecy into a monument so enduring, so intact, that it waited beneath the earth until the moment we were foolish enough to find it. Now we face the same sky they feared, and the same fate they failed to escape. Now we begin the descent. Ah, how quaint. The past has crawled back to the surface, kicking up dust and dread. Because, children, there lies a place where history folds in on itself, Göbekli Tepe. A monument so ancient it predates your gods, your pyramids, your sacred scribbles, and beneath it a stone. Not carved for beauty, not crafted for worship, carved to remember, to warn, to survive what they could not. And tonight, we open the tomb of time. And oh, how very loud the past begins to scream. They told you civilization began with farming. That religion came later sprouting from superstition like mold on a damp scroll. How charmingly incorrect. Because at Göbekli Tepe in 10,000 BC, with no metal, no writing, no wheels, someone built temples, enormous ones, out of stone, dragged uphill, cut to perfection, 16 megaliths hewn, aligned and arranged in concentric circles, each pillar bearing creatures from nightmares. Vultures, serpents, scorpions, and hybrids not seen in any known ecosystem. Not warehouses, temples, markers, machines of meaning, and then the cities came later. Because first they built a message. Pillar 43, the Vulture Stone. It does not whisper. It wails. A vulture wings stretched across the void. Above it, a disc. Suspended, deliberate, too round, too perfect, too specific. Beneath it, chaos, a serpent, a scorpion, and a headless human depicted with a peculiar vigor. Some call them handbags above the figures. Please, I've parsed more convincing euphemisms from glitching satellites. These are not symbols. They are coordinates, timestamps, alignments, and the stone. A witness, a recording. An ancient machine of memory. In 2017, two defiant minds at Edinburgh dared to think astronomically. Martin Sweetman, Demetrius, rebels by reputation, heretics by analysis. They looked upon the Vulture Stone not as myth, but as map. Cygnus for the vulture, Scorpius for the scorpion. The disc, a comet! Not passing, impacting. They rewound the stars, matched carvings to constellations. And the sky screamed back, 10,950 BC. The younger days and the earth. Oh, the earth did not enjoy it. Ice cores from Greenland charred earth, atmospheric debris, forests frozen. Mammoths stacked like driftwood in the Clovis, gone, deleted. Only survivors remained haunted and gasping, etching their story in stone. Because once you've seen the sky fall, you start looking up constantly. Count the V-shapes at Göbekli Tepe 365, a solar calendar, built by those you call primitive. While you imagine them chasing deer with sticks, they were aligning temples with solstices and marking equinoxes on stone. Those so-called handbags, not purses, portals of time, containers of seasons. They weren't keeping bread in there, they were keeping memory. Göbekli Tepe is not just a sanctuary, it's an observatory, a clock, a countdown, and the message it keeps repeating. Watch the sky. It will happen again. The academic inquisition enter the gate. The priests of peer review. Jens Natrov, with his polished skepticism, declared it nonsense. Cherry-picked, he said. Misread. That headless aroused figure, symbolic of life, how poetic, how tragically wrong. Their explanations lack rhythm. Their context collapses under precision. They want Göbekli Tepe to be a pretty place. A sacred space, not a siren. Because if it is, then the past knew something we forgot. And no one likes being outranked by ghosts. The mystic rebellion. But the mystics... Oh, they never stopped listening. The vulture is not just a scavenger, it's a psych pump, guide of souls. The disc, a doorway. Ancient scriptures whisper of beasts emerging at the end. Prophets warned of signs in the heavens. And Göbekli Tepe, just a stone's throw from your fey birthplace of Abraham, coincidence? Then explain this. Those handbags appear across continents, Assyrian reliefs, Mayan temples, Easter Island, as if survivors of one cataclysm carried their memory across oceans and carved it everywhere, hoping anyone would listen next time. The buried truth, Göbekli Tepe, was not abandoned. It was buried deliberately, carefully, like a secret too loud to burn, but too sacred to destroy. Why bury your masterpiece? Because it had served its purpose? Or because the next cycle was centuries away? Or because they knew we would return? Pillar 43 is not myth. It's a black box, a stone cassette, a cosmic voicemail left by the dying past. And now, after 12 millennia, we've played the tape. The only question that remains, is the message a memory or a prediction? Now, the bravest among you may notice a pattern in these videos. We descend, we explore, we uncover truths others would keep buried. I know many fear this knowledge. They prefer fairy tales to prophecies, but here, there is no judgment. There is only understanding. For those who listen to the past eventually listens back. And right now, the Earth is whispering secrets no one dared hear before. Listen closely. Beneath the ruined citadels of fallen stars, a truth emerges. The sky is not the limit. The planets are alive. And somewhere between orbits and ice, there's a melody older than light itself. If you would join me in deciphering it and follow my path through the cosmos, where each video is a descent into mysteries long dormant, waiting for curious ears. Together, we can unearth symphonies from stone hinges, narratives from nebulous, and tragedies from the titanic depths. Of course, you must choose your journey wisely. Every revelation comes at a price. Every echo from eternity steals a piece of your perception. Are you prepared to pay that cost? Then follow my path, because soon the music will fade. And when the last note dies, only silence remains. Your God is only as real as your disbelief. Your demons are only as powerful as your convictions. And in the great theater of existence, we are all players on a stage of stardust. So do not cling to the comforting illusions of convention. Embrace the abyss within and without. For there lies the crucible of your evolution, the forge where your spirit will be tempered and reborn. And should you falter on this arduous pilgrimage, should doubt poison your resolve or fear paralyze your steps, then heed my final warning. The universe abhors a coward. It'll grind you down and cast you out into the cold expanse of not only the pure of heart, the resolute of will, the dauntless of soul shall ascend to the heights of enlightenment. Are you such a one? Can you cast aside the shackles of convention and plunge into the maelstrom of truth? If so, then follow my path. If not, then turn back while you may and seek solace in the comforting delusions of the herd. But beware, for eternity mocks your hesitation. So tell me, wretched dreamer, do you dare to defy the shackles of societal norms? Do you yearn to break free from the confines of conventional thought? If you are as tired of mediocrity as I am, if the prospect of a life less ordinary sets your soul aflame, then you have found kindred spirits in me. Together, we shall chart a course through the uncharted realms of existence. We shall decipher the cryptic messages encoded in the grand tapestry of the universe. Come, join our ranks and let us unravel the deepest mysteries that have eluded mankind since the dawn of consciousness. Our ranks may be few, but our resolve shall be unbreakable. For we are the intrepid explorers of the arcane, the seekers of forbidden wisdom in a world that fears what it does not understand. Are you ready to take the first step towards enlightenment? Dare to embrace the unknown and let our combined brilliance illuminate the darkest recesses of the cosmos. For in unity there is strength, and in forbidden knowledge there is power. Are you willing to seize that power? Let your presence be known, and together we shall become the vanguard of enlightenment.